Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Super here and welcome back to the final how to play with the Ninja Turtles, and this time we're covering Donatello, the final turtle on today's, or I should say this week's, how to play series. And I think Donatello is probably the most popular of the Ninja Turtles gameplay wise that I've seen. I've seen everyone play this character. The least played one is probably Raphael, but Donatello for sure is the turtle that I've seen being played the most, and for good reason. He does amazing damage, he has great combo extensions, and he has crazy range, and in Injustice that leads to a great character. So let's get started here talking about Donatello. Same thing with all the turtles, stand 1, stand 2, stand 3, back 3, all that good stuff. It's all the same. He does have a different forward 3 than the other ones. I think it's a little bit faster than your average forward 3. Oh, 30 frames, not really. I think the fastest one out of them all is 29 frames for Raphael, I think. He has the fastest one at 29. So just a little bit slower. Let's go into his bow staff moves. So back 1 and back 2 are unique moves to him, of course. His down 2 is also, all the turtles have like pretty unique down 2. Oh, I forgot to cover Raphael's down 2 in in the video of how to play him. Damn it. It just slipped my mind. I just literally just remembered it now. But let's talk about Donatello here. Back 1, ridiculous range. Ridiculous range. It doesn't have as much range. Well, actually, it might have as much range as Leonardo's back 1 katana slice, but the difference is this is a low. It leads into back 1-2, which is a low to overhead. Very, very reactable though. You could definitely react to this, no problem. But the fact that you have a move that reaches all the way, you know, pretty much out here, and you could confirm it into, you know, something like this is very, very helpful. So back 2 is another move. Back 2 is probably the better one, even though it is a high. It's a really fast hitting attack. Back 2-2, really fast hitting double attack, and this is his best combo starter, or his best combo extender, best combo starter, because this doesn't scale as much as the other moves. Like, for example, doing something like this scales, doing something like this scales more, but, you know, ending your combos or extending your combos with back 2-2, it actually doesn't scale your combo as much as, let's just say, for example, you were to extend it with this. So it's very, very helpful, and it does, you know, wonders for the range and spacing for this character, because not only do you have this, but you also have this that you could, you know, use to punish, because it's really fast. Let's see how fast it is. It's 12 frames, but for this amount of range that it has, it's really, really good. And like I said, the second mid comes out really fast, so you could definitely use this to punish people with it and go into, you know, something like that. So I think that's about it for his normal moves. Now let's move on to some combo strings. The only different combo strings is the ones that I did show you already. Back 1-2, low to overhead, and of course back 2-2-3, which is this move right here. It keeps your back 2-2 safe, because back 2-2 is -9, but the back 2-2-3 is actually +3 on block. And there is a gap right there, so you could definitely backdash in between, or after the second part. You could definitely backdash between the second and third part. And as far as that goes, you have your normal 2-1 up 3 and 2-1 down 3. 2-1 down 3 is the same as the other turtles. It's -2, completely safe. But the cool thing with Donatello is he has a combo starter as his 2-1 up 3. And the good thing about this combo is you could extend it for even further damage. So if you don't, you could just go with that. I think this works. Yep, it does. You know, meterless, 2800 damage, or 280 damage, I used to say. But if you do want to spend a bar of meter, you gotta be quick about it on this one. You can't be too quick, because if you are, then your move is just not gonna come out. So 200 or 421 damage for a single bar of meter off of a 9-frame mid that you can use to punish your opponent. So that is really good damage for a bar of meter, man. Really good. And of course, if you have you know, an interactable right here, you could get even more damage off the stage bounce. So this is really good for a punisher. All right, and I think that's about it. Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot this string. Forward 2-3 ends in the low. And just like every other turtle, he has pretty much like an overhead starter that goes into a mid, that goes into a low. But the thing with Donatello is you could actually cancel his into any of your special moves. So you can cancel it into his, you know, like shell parry move. And this is something that I'm gonna start doing now. Like if I think my opponent's gonna block it, instead of committing to something like this that would be unsafe on block, you know, I'll see it hit first, and if the first 2 hits don't hit or the overhead doesn't hit, you know, just keep it safe with this, because Donatello does not have a way to keep his move safe. Like this right here, the meter burn version of this, unsafe. Of course, this is unsafe. This is unsafe. And of course, you know, this is pretty much unsafe because it just whiffs. It doesn't even hit your opponent. So the only way to keep him safe is to, you know, go back with his like turtle parry, whatever you want to call this thing. So that combo starter is really good, you know, for obvious reasons, right? You get 400 damage off of overhead mid-low. That is not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. That is a lot of damage. Does that work? It does kind of work, but he falls off. So the best thing is just to end it with the turtle, the Blanca ball. Yeah, he falls off at the end. What about the other one? What about the other shell flip? Nah, not really. So yeah, this is your best ender for this character. Or actually, you know what? Hold up. I forgot. You could just end it with the air grab again. I completely forgot. Yeah, there you go. It adds a tiny bit more damage, and this thing is a hard knockdown as well. Like, your opponent's just gonna sit there. Like, I'll put it on roll mode real quick. I can show you guys. Roll mode is on. Well, that's a hard knockdown, but let's see. Okay, so he rolled right there, but if you actually hit him with this, he stays in place. So it's a true hard knockdown. It's not like ridiculously plus, but it is a hard knockdown, to say the least. So that is that combo string. Now let's go on to the special moves, which, you know, I pretty much have been showing you. But this move right here is a great combo starter. It's unsafe on block. Only one hit comes out on block. Like, only this comes out on block. Oh no, actually the whole thing comes out on block. But the difference between this and like the swords from Leonardo is that this is unsafe. Like, the normal version and the meter burn version are both unsafe. So that's minus 36 and this is minus 16. So meter burning, you're like, oh, you're just dead. And not meter burning it is, forget about it. Just take your hands off the controller and let yourself be punished for what you did. Next up here is the air grab. I showed you guys. This is a good anti-air, but it's not as good as something like Hellboy's aerial command grab. It's not even close to that. I've tried anti-air people with this, and even though, like I said, you know, you go down to do the motion, sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes it's too slow. Sometimes you just, you know, you get this. So for anti-airs, I would definitely recommend doing a like standing 3 or just doing the down 2. Instead of going for this. But if you know like someone's maybe gonna jump off the wall, like off an interactable, you could definitely catch them with that, and you'll get, see how much damage we get with this. I think it's well over 400, right? For this one, we could definitely use jump 3, I believe. Yeah, 400 damage. It was pretty good. Let's take him off jump here. Alright. So other than that, I think those are his only 2 special moves that he gets with this variation. Yep. And his super move is pretty much just like an up swipe. Or it's actually just a poke. So that's pretty much Donatello in a nutshell. He has his trade, which really doesn't play too much of a role in his core gameplay. Trust me, you're always going to want to be throwing this because this does good damage. Like, it does like 5% damage, somewhere around there. And it you get it very quickly. Your opponent can't jump. You know, look at this. You get it very fast. That's already like 10% of your life gone. And your opponent can't jump while he's electrocuted. You can't jump right there, so that means that you have the advantage because you have the long-ranging normals and you have the space control with his bow staff. So, and the final one right here is this one, which pushes your opponent closer to this little gadget, which could lead to some interesting things, to say the least. Because there might be a time where your opponent maybe hits you, and let's see if I could demonstrate it, because I think it happened to me before. Oh no, I don't need to do any of that stuff. And as you guys see, the combo missed because I couldn't move forward. So there could be like some interesting situations where you put the little tracking thing down and you get hit, but your opponent messes up his combo because he has to move forward with it. And with this thing, you're not going to be able to move forward. You're like stuck there. And the thing is like, it's just sucking you in. So this could be a really, really interesting tool. Like, instead of using the electrocute thing, you could also use the sucky suck thing, because it like tracks your opponent this way. And if he combos you, guess what? He's going to be screwed, because if he needs to walk forward for that combo, he's not going to be able to, like I demonstrated with Batman. So I think that about does it. Bread and butter combos, you could go with this low, the low poke into... Oh, that's still comboed. Like, you could even miss the first part of... You could even miss the first part and it's still gonna combo. Like, from around here. Yeah. You could even miss the first part of your like, flippity-flip move. But you could definitely confirm into this. And check this damage out if I could actually get it here. Like, that's almost 500 damage. I know it's 2 bars a meter, but if you want to kill your opponent, you'll definitely spend that extra bar. But if not, this will still do good damage. Like, 400 damage is definitely pretty good. Anything into your aerial grab is going to do a lot of damage with this character. Anything into the aerial grab will do a lot of damage. If you go with the overhead. Let's see. I don't think I've ever done this combo before. You gotta wait a little bit. This is actually a combo I just thought of right now. Alright, there you go. Well, that's 2 bars a meter with an interactable. Of course, you could do it. You could actually do a jump and still catch your opponent with this, but the timing is going to be a little tricky. Bread and butter combos in the corner. I'm sorry, I can't give you guys any because I do the same combos that I would do in mid-screen. I do the same ones in the corner, to be honest. I don't know what other combos to do with this character because he doesn't have any other combo extenders that don't switch sides. So unfortunately, I can't share with you guys some cool corner combos, but I'm sure that people are going to find a way to do some cool corner combos with this character. But that is going to be it for Donatello. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys subscribed if you are not already. Also, check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.